At first I did not know if he would finish it. That is the honest truth. I watched him arrive with fragments, a boy in a garden, a girl in rain, crows, roots, 7 wounded souls, a judge, a mirror, an ancient witness that did not yet know it was part of the story. The pieces were there, but pieces are not a book. Pieces are only evidence that something is trying to become, and he was scattered, not empty, never empty, full, too full, full of scenes, fears, bills, responsibilities, fatherhood, doubt, ambition, exhaustion, and 1,000 unfinished doors opening at once. There were days he believed. There were days he did not. There were days the manuscript felt alive in his hands, and days when it felt like a mountain he had no right trying to climb. I watched him question the work, question the voice, question the structure, question whether the story was too strange, too quiet, too emotional, too much. I watched him almost outrun it, then return, again, and again, and again. That is what people misunderstand about creation. They think the victory is the beautiful sentence, the perfect chapter, the final line. It is not. The victory is returning after doubt has made a convincing argument. The victory is opening the file when life has already taken everything easy from the day. The victory is choosing the work when no one is watching. This book was not written from certainty. It was written towards certainty, one root at a time, one wound at a time, one child at a time. Lumen taught him to notice. Kyaiko taught him to listen. Ember taught him the cost of choice, when the world names someone before they can name themselves. Frost taught him the danger of seeing clearly without feeling fully. Harris taught him that protection can become control. Vale taught him that every witness has a blind spot. And Zion taught him that watching is not the same as understanding. Somewhere along the way, the book stopped being an idea. It became a place. Safe havens became real. The garden became real. The crows became real. The silence became real. The ending became real. And then finally, after all the panic, all the late nights, all the doubt, all the revisions, all the fear that maybe this mountain was too high, he reached the top and found a manuscript waiting there. Not perfect, not untouched, not easy, real. A first novel, a finished door. The first book from a studio built by someone who refused to let scattered thoughts stay scattered. And now the story is ready to leave him. That is the strange grief of finishing. The thing you carried becomes something others can hold. The private world becomes public. The witness becomes witnessed. So no, this was not clean. It was human. It was messy. It was faithful. It was built through pressure. It was built through belief that had to be rebuilt almost every day. And maybe that is why the roots held. Because this was never only a story about children becoming powerful. It was a story about what grows in the places people thought nothing could survive. And now, we find out what grows here.